Good morning, students. Nowadays, we are looking over thermal analysis of the unknown sample. In the last lectures, we have studied about TGA, thermogravimetric analysis, and DTA, differential thermal analysis. So from that, we came to know that the graph which we got in case of TGA and DTA, it is the mass loss. It is related to the weight of the sample. So the mass loss during when we supply the heat to the sample, there is some kind of morphological or physical changes takes place in the sample, which is plotted mass loss versus temperature or time. Similarly, after TGA, DTA, we have another kind of thermal analysis called DSC, differential scanning calorimetry. So when we talk about differential scanning calorimetry, it measures the temperatures and heat flow associated with temperature transition in a material. So when we talk about any thermoanalytical technique, here the difference in the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a sample and a reference. In this we are having a two pen. One pen which will act as a reference pen and second is sample pen. And here there are two type of DSC we can do. One having the same heating coil and second having the different heating coil for both the pens. So the difference in the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of a sample and a reference are measured here as a function of temperature. So in both the cases, sample and references are maintained at nearly same temperature. That means it is the isothermal conditions we are providing the constant temperature throughout the experiment. Generally what happens in DSC, that the sample holder temperature increases linearly as a function of time. Therefore, only a few milligram of sample is required to run the analysis. So when a sample undergo a physical transformation such as physical transition, more or less heat will be needed to flow. That means the process of phase transformations can either be heat consuming or it can be heat evolving. So exothermic or endothermic based on the sample which we have taken. So in this case, more or less heat will be needed to flow it than the reference to maintain both at the same temperature. So whether more or less heat must flow to the sample depends on whether the process is exothermic and endothermic. Let's take an example. A solid sample melts to a liquid. The sample will require more heat than in comparison of the reference sample because the reference sample is always the inert sample. So in this case, our material sample pen require more heat to melt the sample. So the heat is consumed. The process is endothermic. So due to which, to maintain the equal temperature, we have to supply more heat to the sample pen. Similarly, if our sample undergo crystallization, that means a sample undergo exothermic process and the sample require less heat than the reference to raise the sample temperature at the same rate as the reference. So by observing the differences in heat flow between the sample and reference, differential scanning calorimeters can measure the amount of heat absorbed or released during such transition. So this kind of transitions or this kind of characterizations we required in case of a polymers. So if we have a polymer sample with us, we can determine the DSC to check its melting point, glass transition temperature, as well as the crystallization. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about all these points in detail. Thank you.